This video is about how Agile accelerates software development. And no, it's definitely not by working harder and longer. Hello, and welcome to Agile Cheetah. I'm Frank Velazquez. I explain Agile and DevOps concepts so you can successfully apply them within your team or across your organization. If you want to improve how your organization develops software, manages software systems development, or fosters organizational agility, you've come to the right place. Sounds like what you're looking for? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Many organizational leaders think of Agile as a way to speed up software development and nothing more. They approach Agile with a traditional project management emphasis on improving efficiency. In doing so, they unwittingly corrupt Agile practices to the point of undermining the very agility they're trying to achieve. One of the most obvious signs of this are high-pressure work environments where people work harder and longer to complete unrealistic amounts of work against arbitrary deadlines. People can work at an accelerated pace for only so long before becoming fatigued, physically and mentally. As time wears on and stress builds, morale and quality suffer. The results are inefficient and ineffective development teams, low-quality software, and unhappy sponsors, stakeholders, customers, and end users. Ultimately, these corrupted Agile projects fail, leaving burnt-out teams and failed projects in their wake. Speed is one characteristic of agility. At Agile Cheetah, we see speed as one of the three characteristics of agility: speed, control, and flexibility. We call this formulation the Agility Triad. We define speed as how long it takes to deliver potentially deliverable software functionality. Control is the degree to which empiricism drives project planning, decisions, and activities. And flexibility is the relative freedom to change requirements, design approaches, solution functionality, and development processes throughout software development based on the degree to which project planning is predictive versus adaptive, development teams self-organize, and development teams, project sponsors, stakeholders, customers, and end users collaborate with and among each other. The Agility Triad is not a concept of either Agile or Scrum. It is a construct we developed to organize discussions concerning what agility means from the perspective of technical projects in general and software development projects specifically, and concepts, techniques, and practices from the fields of lean process management, organization behavior, product management, and project management that support or impact agility. The triad's constraints are mutually dependent. In other words, more or less of any one constraint influences the other two. For example, accelerating the pace of software delivery requires some degree of control and flexibility. Overemphasizing control slows software development and decreases flexibility. Underemphasizing control can turn flexibility into chaos, robbing software development teams of both planning and process stability, thereby slowing progress. Accelerating the pace agilely. From an Agile perspective, developing software solutions faster is not about working harder and faster. Agile teams plan and execute work in ways that make working at a sustainable pace the norm. Our definition of speed includes two considerations: the time frame within which we deliver functionality and ensuring that whatever we build is potentially releasable. By time frame, we mean how long does it take to release functionality that addresses customer or end user requirements or needs. By potentially releasable, we mean that the software functionality is ready for deployment and use by customers and end users should a relevant release authority decide to release it. Diminishing lead time and cycle time. Agile software development teams develop more software functionality faster by focusing on diminishing what Lean terms lead time and cycle time. Lead time is the time from when a customer orders a product to when the customer receives it. Cycle time is the time between gaining authorization to produce an order and completion of a deliverable product. When speaking about software development, we replace the word product with functionality, feature, capability, component, etc. Thinking in terms of lead time and cycle time brings to light ways to improve how we develop software and the software solutions themselves. This work is ongoing for as long as the solution exists. It is a continuous improvement mindset. Development teams are not solely responsible for diminishing lead time and cycle times. Since teams depend on their sponsor organizations for support, sponsor organizations must adopt a continuous improvement mindset as well. For example, slow customer order approval and product delivery processes add to lead time. Not having necessary production resources in place adds to cycle time, and by extension, lead time. The more lead time and cycle time look the same, the better. Agile teams diminish lead time and cycle time by minimizing waste from software development processes, managing technical scope or increasing flow, and striving for high quality through technical excellence. Let's delve into how minimizing waste accelerates software development and releases. The Lean Enterprise Institute defines Lean as a set of management practices that maximize customer value while minimizing waste. Lean takes a continuous improvement approach to eliminating waste. While it is not possible to eliminate all instances of waste, Lean teams take every opportunity to identify and remove wasteful practices. Waste does not always result from unnecessary or deficient processes, inputs, outputs, and activities. Sometimes waste is too much of what is needed, like excess product inventory, for example. Lean identifies 7 types of waste. They are transport, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defect. Together, the first letter of each waste type form the acronym TIMWOOD. I'll now briefly explain each waste type as they pertain to software development. Transport waste is defined as the movement of people, tools, inventory, equipment, or products between processes. We see this type of waste in software projects mainly as handoffs between people or organizations at different phases of development. Examples include coordinating and gaining approval through documentation, formal review and coordination boards, and lack of direct collaboration between developers and testers, developers and operations support, and sponsors, stakeholders, customers, users, and technical contributors. Inventory waste manifests as unnecessary storage of materials, parts, components, etc. From a software perspective, this pertains to work not released to or used by customers and end users, such as requirements, specifications, designs, source code, test artifact, documentation internal to the software effort or to the managing organization, such as reports, planning documents, and schedules, and rarely used or unused solutions functionality. Now, I am not saying that requirements, specifications, designs, source code, test artifacts, and internal documentation are themselves waste. They are crucial to any software development effort. However, these artifacts only add value if they contribute to the solution or product. Creating, managing, and storing more of these artifacts than what is needed to develop, deliver, and maintain the product is wasteful. Rarely used or unused functionality is definitely waste. The more software bloat an application has, the more there is to manage and maintain while incurring additional technical debt. This is time, energy, and money that could be better spent on providing valuable capabilities. Motion waste is unnecessary movement within a process, not to be confused with movement of assets between processes, which is called transportation. Motion waste boils down to repeatedly doing unnecessary things. We see this often in manual testing, code builds, and code inspections. While some amount of manual work is inevitable, Agile teams strive to automate as much of this work as possible. Another example of motion waste is task switching. Moving from one task to another or multitasking increases in chances for errors and rework. Waiting waste is idle time caused by lack of synchronization between interdependent processes. In software efforts, idle time is often caused by mismanagement of dependencies. Examples include waiting on other people to finish their work and lacking access to needed resources such as environments, data, documentation, people, etc. Overproduction waste can be producing something before it is needed, producing too much product, increasing work in progress, or creating surplus stock. Developing rarely used or unused solution functionality is an example of overproduction. Overprocessing waste is expending more time and effort into a product than necessary. We see this in software development as non-value adding work. Examples include unnecessary documentation, unnecessary meetings, and moving people between teams and activities. Finally, defect waste encompasses issues that make a product unfit for its intended use, like software bugs. The second way Agile teams accelerate software development and releases is by treating project scope as variable while keeping cost and schedule fixed. Agile teams define project scope as increments of functionality developed and released throughout a project. Rather than defining the entire solution at the beginning, the solution takes shape over the course of development. Agile development is iterative and incremental. Agile teams break up project scope into batches of functionality to produce, for example, features and components. By keeping batches small, teams process each batch faster, thus accelerating the overall throughput of completed work, or flow. Each new batch of functionality works with the aggregate of all previously released batches. That aggregate of functionality is the evolving solution. The bonus is that as long as released functionality provides real business or mission value, users can use the solution as it emerges, rather than awaiting release of the entire solution. The third way Agile teams accelerate software development and releases is by striving for quality through technical excellence. High-quality software is faster and cheaper to produce and maintain than low-quality software. Development teams spend less time fixing and refactoring well-architected, properly designed, well-written, thoroughly tested code. Quality software is easier to deploy, configure, and upgrade, shrinking the amount of time development teams spend on operations and maintenance. The common theme is saving time. Software development teams have more time to spend developing new functionality and improving how they work, which translates into faster and more frequent releases. Software development teams achieve high technical quality by striving for technical excellence. Like eliminating wasteful process activities, technical excellence is a pursuit rather than an achievement. Technical excellence entails adopting technical practices and techniques that improve software development, committing to ongoing technical professional development, and working effectively as part of cohesive technical teams. So let's recap how Agile teams diminish lead time and cycle time to accelerate software development. They minimize waste from software development processes, manage technical scope to increase flow, and strive for high quality through technical excellence. While increasing the pace and frequency of software development and delivery are key tenets of Agile's value proposition, we must do so sustainably. This requires a shift in management thinking from a traditional project management emphasis on managing people and tasks to empowering teams. In an Agile context, empowering teams includes ensuring they have the right skills, equipping them with the right tools, and giving them enough latitude to define and manage their own work while establishing clear business or mission intent and boundaries. In other words, speed comes from continually improving teams and the solutions they deliver. Want to learn more? Head to the Agile Cheetah website at agilecheetah.com for in-depth research articles and videos on all things Agile and DevOps. You can also follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, check out Agile Cheetah Academy. You'll find online courses that go beyond teaching you about Scrum. Our courses transform people into Agile leaders, capable of applying the values and principles of Agile, Lean, and DevOps to solve tough problems through better software solutions. Links are posted in the video's description. Again, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please click on the like icon, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell notification icon to ensure you won't miss anything. Thank you. Until next time, this has been Frank Velazquez with Agile Cheetah.